Hello there, YouTube viewers. This is the National Federation of Christian Laymen, and today I'm doing a video about a recent ministry event that was held that I performed personally, where our ministry made the decision to protest against the recent overturning of Arkansas's marriage laws, which define marriage in our state as between one man and one woman. We passed Amendment 83, I think 2007, to our state constitution, which defined marriage as between one man and one woman. And as we all know, Little Rock Judge Chris Piazza overturned that. And so basically we were doing a ministry action to protest that and take a stand for traditional marriage. And basically, I'm basically doing this video about a very disturbing incident that occurred during this ministry. We were out on a public street corner, and I was basically, and I'm going to show you what I was holding up. Here's a sign that we were using, our ministry sign. You know, and as you can see, this is not an offensive sign. Marriage is one man plus one woman. Genesis chapter 2, verses 23 to 24. As you can see, this is not offensive. We made every attempt, you know, with our ministry to be as non-offensive and non-confrontational as we could, just to simply, you know, voice our First Amendment right. You know, as you can say, we made sure that we were on public property or whatever, and that we were, peacefully holding a sign. And I did shout some slogans. And we were out there for a few minutes doing this. And this is most of the time what I do is I just hold this sign that I just showed to you peacefully. And on this particular occasion, I was approached by a gentleman with who just came out of nowhere. I've never seen him before in my life. Don't know him. He approached me, and he basically began a tirade, a verbal tirade against me for simply exercising my First Amendment rights. And he was verbally abusive. This person was being verbally abusive to me. He was screaming at me, making statements like, "You people are destroying America," and he was throwing a lot of politically correct terms at me, saying I went to law school, you know, and I know, you know, and I went to school. He's telling me I went to law school and I know what I'm talking about, and he was using all these, he's throwing all these politically correct buzzwords that you might hear off of a college campus. So it kind of made sense to me when he's talking about his college. I mean, you can see this person, and I could tell this person he was indoctrinated. He's brainwashed by these liberal colleges, which are basically teaching these students nothing but communism. They're teaching them to hate everything that makes America great. Teaching them to hate Christian values, Christianity. I mean, this guy had such a hatred of Christians and Christianity. I mean, he just oozed out of him. And in all this guy's going on this tirade and wasting his time and my time both, because he doesn't like the fact that, oh, heaven forbid, a Christian is out here exercising his First Amendment rights. Now, I want to bring it to your attention, folks. I was very calm throughout this whole thing. Very calm, very composed, very logical and rational. And this guy also, as well, I want to note, he pulled his cell phone out. It looked like one of those, well, it doesn't matter. It was a cell phone, and he was recording me. And this gentleman pretty much intimated to me that he was recording me. And he, again, was going on this tirade. I mean, the whole thing was ridiculous. I mean, he went on this tirade for about 10, 15 minutes, and then he got mad, and he tried to ask me some questions, too. I think he was trying to debate me or something, because he asked me some questions. I don't remember what they were, but I tried to answer, and I remember he was screaming over me. And it was almost like this whole thing was a setup anyway. But here's what happened. At this point, after he has ranted and raved like a lunatic at me, he storms off, and I'm thinking, this is all good, it's done. And I made a judgment call to go ahead and cancel the rest of the event. I was, you know, for safety reasons, because this guy made me fear for my safety. I mean, this is how aggressive this guy was, and how just totally irate he was. So I'm thinking, we're done with this. I'm going home. And I made a judgment call to cancel the event. And then so I watched this guy get in his car. He got into some kind of black Blazer or something like that, some kind of minivan or something like that. And you know, I saw him get into his vehicle, and I'm thinking, okay, we're done. So I proceeded and got into my vehicle, and I was trying to drive home, and I noticed this guy is right behind me, because I see the guy inside the vehicle. I know it's him, and he is following me, stalking me. And that really, really terrified me. And I just felt violated by this whole situation. And so I remember training that I had a long time ago that if you feel you're being followed, you pull into a crowded place and you call the police. And so I did that. I pulled into a local gas station that happened to be in my way. I pulled into the parking lot. I got out, went inside the gas station, and I explained to the clerk the situation and asked her to dial 911. She asked me to point the person out. So me and her both, we go to the front of the gas station, go out the door, and I point him out. He's sitting in his vehicle out there. It's him. I recognize the guy. And then we go back into the gas station, and the guy comes in. And the footage you're going to see is when the guy comes in the gas station, which I got most of that because I was having trouble getting my cell phone to work. I didn't get footage of the original confrontation because of technical issues with my little cell phone. But I was able to get footage when the guy came into the gas station, and that's what you're going to see. And you're going to see what I was dealing with that day. And, I mean, why the situation was so scary, why it was so terrifying. I mean, this guy comes in, and he starts, I mean, again, inside the gas station, he starts verbally abusing me, assaulting me verbally. I mean, going on another tirade, and then he turns around and goes on a tirade against the clerk, who had nothing to do with it. And she is just trying to get order inside this gas station, you know, because we have customers coming in. You can see that on the footage. I mean, this whole thing is insane, okay? And this guy, he told me that he was going to follow me around wherever I went in order to protest me. And to me, the only thing he's trying to do is trying to shut me down. He's trying to shut down the free speech rights of anybody that doesn't agree with him. And this is liberalism. This is the new political correctness. Everybody has civil rights but the Christians. Yeah, whatever happened to tolerance and diversity? Yes. Tolerance and diversity for everybody but Christians. Christians, we are being portrayed more and more in the media as the bad guys and the villains, and then you can see this guy treating me as such. So there's a lot of brainwashing and programming going on with the American people to turn them against Christians and Christian values, even though this country was founded on Christian values. But what you're going to see at the end of the footage, this guy actually physically threatens me. I mean, this is how bad it got. And the guy makes the same quote, if I were gay, I'd beat the living SH out of you. And that's what he says. I mean, that's a threat. And you're going to see that. And all because, again, I'm just out here exercising my First Amendment rights as an American citizen, expressing my views on an issue, a big public issue that we're having a public debate about. And you see in the sign, it's very respectful. There's no name calling, no offense intended. I'm just stating my sincerely held beliefs on this issue. And rather than this person being civil about it, being respectful, he wants to verbally harass me. He wants to try to bully and intimidate me into silence. He wants to try to shut me down. And I like to, in this situation, the police did come after I called it. The guy left the gas station, and the police did show up. And to their credit, the police upheld my First Amendment rights, and I want to thank the police for that. But again, I'm doing this video to highlight Christian persecution in America. I just got a taste of it. I mean, this situation shook me up so bad. I mean, I was literally, watching my back, the rest of the day, making sure nobody was following us. We went out to eat at a restaurant. We went out to eat, get some food at Hardee's, and I'm sitting there watching my back. I mean, I felt violated, devastated by this incident. And all I did, again, YouTube viewers, was exercise my God-given right to freedom of speech. And freedom of religion, I might add. But, again, I mean, this is what the new political correctness is about. And what we see going on in America here, folks, is cultural Marxism. Trying to destroy everything that makes America good. And they're brainwashing these college kids with communism in these colleges and stuff, man. Teaching them globalism, secular humanism, evolution, atheism. Teaching these kids to hate everything this country was founded on. And you can see that in this person. He is an illustration of that. He proves my point in my case, that there is an intentional attempt to change the culture of America, to change our values, to turn us against God, to turn us against traditional family values in this country. There is an agenda, a satanic agenda, by very, very powerful people to do that. And they've infiltrated the colleges, they've infiltrated our government, our media, our entertainment industry, and we can see this. And here's the end result of this person that confronted me. But anyway, It just proves what we're fighting against is really real with this ministry. And that's the global elite, also known as the New World Order. And that's exactly what's going on here. And this is going along with Bible prophecy hand in hand. As the Bible says in the last days that Christians will be killed for their faith. That the Antichrist will make war on the saints. And we're seeing that war starting to begin here, folks. It's a war on Christianity. I guarantee if I had been holding any other sign out there but what I did, I can guarantee nobody had a problem. Okay? But people are being brainwashed and programmed to discriminate against Christians, even though the First Amendment protects my right to share my views. Okay? And again, you've seen the sign that I've used. It's not offensive. I did everything I could, in fact, to avoid being overtly offensive. I'm not calling names or anything. I'm just stating what my belief is. And somehow that warrants me getting followed, harassed, bullied, and threatened. All for just expressing my First Amendment right as an American citizen. By the way, a right which I fought for in the United States military, because I am a veteran. Okay, so I understand what that freedom means and everything like that. So this, I mean, I felt violated in the situation. It just terrified me. But it's not going to stop this ministry. It's not going to stop me from speaking the truth. You're not going to bully me into silence. I'm going to keep speaking out on this issue of homosexuality and gay marriage because it is sin. It's abomination in the sight of God. And America is going in the wrong direction by openly embracing homosexuality and by legalizing same-sex marriages. All you're doing is you're inviting judgment on this nation. And we're degrading our nation morally. And it's cultural Marxism. That's exactly what this is, folks. And we need to fight it. We need to take a stand against it. We cannot allow these people to bully us and intimidate us into silence. We need to flex our muscles. We need to exercise our constitutional rights. And to say, we dissent from this. We dissent. Anyway, thank you and God bless you. And thank you for watching this video.
And you will not talk to me in that manner. In this store.
So
you will not say the F word, nor will you do any type of manner to me in the store.
Any type of manner at all? Well, business
Profanity.
Oh, God.
Profanity. Do you know what that word means?
Yes, I know. I know what the word
means. I'll deal with you in a minute.
Please try.
I will. I'm sorry, what do you think? You will not go to the store and use that F word.
Hey, I got a gun.
And I'm in here.
Go ahead and come down. I think somebody up here is going to
Will not.
Will not. Go ahead. Okay. 49.
No, there's no reason to call you.
I've already called the police, so they'll be here in a second. I mean, because there's,
Come out here and debate. How about that? Be a man and come debate me out here.
No, that's okay. No, I don't know you. I'm afraid for my safety. I'm not. No, I'll let the police come and do my debating.
If I was,
I don't know you.
I would beat the living shit out of you.
Okay, you just threatened me. He just threatened me. I'm pressing charges. I've got you on tape. He just threatened me. I've got him on tape. I got you on tape.
Protesting?
Hey, I'm not.
You're in my store.
I'm not
You're on my
talking to you. You got to
Now, why don't you wait here for the cops to get here? You just threatened me. I got you on tape. I filed charges on you for terroristic threatening. Get his license.
962 MBT.
Got that on tape. I got that on tape. I got him on tape.
Do not come back over here.
I just came over here, man, with some people, 'cause I don't know this guy.
We need to stop it. Do not
Ma'am, don't.
Deborah.
I got you on tape, sir. You going to jail.